Did you know that Buddhism, with its roots dating back to over 2,500 years, is not just a religion, but a way of life embraced by millions worldwide? Today, we embark on a journey to demystify this ancient philosophy and explore its relevance in the modern world. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into the depths of Buddhism Explained. The origins. The beginnings of Buddhism are shrouded in the mists of time, yet its origins can be traced back to the 6th century BCE in ancient India. At the heart of this transformative movement was the man named Siddhartha Gautama, who would later become known as the Buddha, or the Enlightened One. Siddhartha was born into a privileged royal family in Lumbini, in present-day Nepal. Despite being shielded from the harsh realities of life, he was deeply troubled by the suffering he witnessed around him, the pain of illness, old age, and death. These experiences prompted him to embark on a spiritual quest to uncover the secrets of existence and find a solution to human suffering. At the age of 29, Siddhartha renounced his princely lifestyle, leaving behind his palace and family in search of truth and enlightenment. For 6 years, he wandered through the forest of India, studying the under-renowned spiritual teachers and practicing extreme forms of asceticism. Yet, despite his rigorous efforts, he remained unsatisfied, feeling no closer to the answers he sought. It was during a moment of profound meditation under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya that Siddhartha finally attained enlightenment. This momentous event, known as his awakening, marked the culmination of his spiritual journey. Through his deep introspection and profound insight, he realized the Four Noble Truths, the fundamental principles that form the cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy. With this newfound understanding, the Buddha began sharing his teachings, known as the Dharma, to guide others on a path to enlightenment. His teachings spread rapidly throughout India, attracting followers from all walks of life. Over time, Buddhism evolved into a diverse, multifaceted tradition, with different schools and interpretations emerging to accommodate the needs of cultural contexts of its practitioners. Thus, the beginning of Buddhism marks not only the birth of a new religious movement, but also a profound shift in human consciousness, a timeless journey of awakening that continued to inspire seekers of truth and wisdom to this day. The Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths form the foundational framework of Buddhist philosophy, outlining the nature of existence, the cause of suffering, the possibility of liberation, and the path to enlightenment. Let's delve into each truth and beliefs surrounding them. The truth of suffering, dukkha. Dukkha summarizes the inherent dissatisfaction, discomfort, and unsatisfactoriness that permeate human existence. It encompasses not only physical pain, but also the emotional and psychological anguish caused by desires, attachments, and the impermanence of life. The key concept here is that birth, aging, sickness, death, separation from loved ones, encountering what is not desirable, and being unable to attain what all desires are forms of suffering. Recognizing the universality of suffering is the first step towards liberation. By acknowledging and understanding the nature of suffering, individuals can begin to transcend it. The truth of the cause of suffering, samudaya. Samudaya explains the origin of suffering, attributing it to foundational human tendency towards craving, attachment, and ignorance, tanha. These desires stem from the illusion of permanent self and the mistaken belief that satisfaction can be found in external phenomena. 3 primary forms of craving contribute to suffering: craving for sensual pleasure, craving for existence, and craving for non-existence. By understanding the root causes of suffering, individuals can cultivate mindfulness and wisdom to overcome attachment and craving, thereby liberating themselves from the cycle of suffering. The truth of the end suffering, nirodha. Nirodha offers hope by declaring that the end of suffering is attainable throughout the end of craving and attachment. This state of liberation, known as nirvana, is characterized by peace, contentment, and freedom from suffering. Thus, nirvana is not merely the extinguishing of the desire, but the realization that the true nature of reality, an unconditioned state beyond suffering, and the cycle of birth and death. Through dedicated practice and the cultivation of wisdom, individuals can gradually transcend the causes of suffering and experience the profound peace of nirvana. The truth of the path to cessation of suffering, magga. Magga outlines the Noble Eightfold Path, a practical and ethical framework for living a mindful and virtuous life. This path encompasses 8 interconnected factors that lead to the cessation of suffering and the realization of nirvana. Therefore, the Noble Eightfold Path covers the right mindfulness, right intention, right livelihood, right speech, right action, right effort, right understanding, and right concentration. By cultivating ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom, individuals can navigate the complexities of existence and gradually progress towards liberation. Overall, the Four Noble Truths offer profound insights into nature of suffering and the potential for liberation. They serve as a guiding light for practitioners on the path to awakening, reminding them the impermanent and interconnected nature of all things and the possibility of finding peace amidst life's challenges. The Noble Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path, explained by the Buddha as the fourth truth in his teachings, serves as a practical guide for individuals seeking to alleviate suffering and attain enlightenment. Let's explore the 4 aspects of the Noble Eightfold Path. Right understanding. This aspect involves developing a correct understanding of the nature of reality, including the Four Noble Truths and the law of karma. It entails recognizing the impermanent, unsatisfactory, and selfless nature of existence. Right intent. Right intention focuses on cultivating wholesome intentions and attitudes. It involves renouncing harmful desires such as greed, hatred, and delusion, and cultivating intentions of kindness, compassion, and wisdom. Right speech. This aspect emphasizes the importance of practicing honesty, kindness, and mindfulness in communication. It involves abstaining from lying, harsh speech, divisive speech, and idle chatter, and instead speaking truthfully, kindly, and constructively. Right actions. It involves living ethically and responsibly by abstaining from harmful actions such as killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. It involves practicing generosity, kindness, and respect for all beings. Right livelihood. This emphasizes the importance of earning a living in a way that is ethical and conducive to spiritual growth. It involves avoiding occupations that cause harm to oneself or others, such as selling weapons, intoxicants, or engaging in deceitful practices. Right effort. Right effort involves the diligent cultivation of wholesome mental states and the eradication of unwholesome ones. It entails exerting effort to abandon negative habits, cultivate positive qualities, and maintain a balanced and mindful approach to life. Right mindfulness. Right mindfulness involves cultivating present moment awareness and non-judgmental observation of one's thoughts, feelings, sensations, and actions. It entails being fully attentive to the present moment without getting lost in regrets about the past or worries about the future. Right concentration. Right concentration involves developing a focused and tranquil mind through meditation practices. It entails cultivating deep states of concentration, samadhi, that lead to profound insight and spiritual realization. Branches of Buddhism. Buddhism, like many other religions, has evolved, leading to the emergence of various schools of thought and practice. 2 of the most prominent branches of Buddhism are Theravada and Mahayana. Let's explore that in each detail. Theravada Buddhism. Theravada, which translates to the teachings of the elders, traces its roots back to the earliest teachings of the Buddha. It is considered the oldest surviving branch of Buddhism and is prevalent in Southeast Asian countries like Sri Lanka, Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, and Cambodia. Theravada adheres closely to the original teachings of Buddha as preserved in the Pali Canon, a collection of scriptures known as the Tripitaka. It emphasizes personal liberation through the practice of mindfulness, meditation, and the cultivation of wisdom. The ultimate goal of the Theravada practitioners is to attain nirvana, a state of liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Monasticism plays a central role in Theravada Buddhism, with monks and nuns dedicating their lives to the pursuit of spiritual realization. Lay practitioners also participate in meditation, ethical living, and acts of generosity as a means to progress on a path towards enlightenment. Mahayana Buddhism. Mahayana, or Great Vehicle, has emerged as a distinct branch of Buddhism around the 1st century BCE and gained prominence in India before spreading to East Asia, including China, Japan, Korea, and Vietnam. Mahayana Buddhism encompasses a broader approach to spiritual practice, emphasizing compassion, altruism, and the aspiration to attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. It includes a vast array of sutras beyond those found in Theravada tradition, such as the Prajnaparamita Sutras and the Lotus Sutra. While Mahayana also values monasticism, it places greater emphasis on the role of lay practitioners and encourages engagement with the world to alleviate suffering and promote the welfare of others. Mahayana practices include chanting, devotion to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, meditation, and the cultivation of virtues such as generosity and patience. In summary, while both Theravada and Mahayana share a common foundation in the teachings of the Buddha, they differ in their interpretations, practices, and emphasis. Theravada focuses on personal liberation and adherence to the original teachings, while Mahayana emphasizes compassion, altruism, and the aspiration to benefit all sentient beings. Despite these differences, both branches of Buddhism offer profound insights and practices for spiritual growth and awakening. Remember, the essence of Buddhism lies not only in understanding, but embodying its teachings into our thoughts, words, and actions. If you liked the video, subscribe to our channel for more informative content.